Club, everybody! Woohoo!
I know it's cold, I know the fares have gone up, and I know it's New Year, but all smile.
3.1%? Well, you'd be a bit more grateful about it. Great. Everyone's... There better be a good...
Are you okay then, guys? You all okay? Can we get all the banners up? Banners?
Oh, sorry.
We have the highest rail fares in Europe, and they're going up even more. What we also got to look at is the lack of integrated transport in this country. In London, the system works quite well because we have an integrated system. No, it's not justified at all, because our fares are already the highest in Europe. It's a tax on all commuters and people that actually have to use the railway because there's no other way of getting around. In the long term, it just actually drives some people later on away from public transport. That's not good. I think that we should invest in our railway system as a public investment and a public good that comes from it. If we don't invest in the system, then people have to suffer in their journeys, and we also end up with more people using cars, and that is far more dangerous to the environment than rail travel. I think we should invest more public money into the railway system. Well, all public transport is subsidised in some form or the other, and there is a public good from it, and no country in the world has a railway system that stands completely alone. What we will do is vote against having no deal. We will vote against Theresa May's deal. At that point, she should go back to Brussels and say this is not acceptable in Britain. We've got to negotiate a customs union, a formal customs union with the European Union that would make sure that we have the trade that is so important, as well as not threatening Europe with the sort of deregulated economy on the shores of Europe. The Labour Party confidence motion had a sequential range of issues, and the issue of another referendum is of course one of the options at the end of that, but that is very much after the votes have taken place in Parliament. We haven't yet had a vote. I think the government really should be ashamed of itself. This vote has been delayed and delayed and is now finally going to take place in the second week of January. That is not acceptable. This vote should have been held in December, more than a month ago. The government is just trying to run down the clock and create a sense of fear of either no deal or May's deal. Well, both of those options are completely unacceptable.
Some would say that Labour is running down the clock because by calling for a general election which you have no power to call, you're sort of delaying the opportunity to hold a people's vote. Is there any time between now and March 29th?
If the government loses in Parliament, then it's lost the confidence of Parliament. It has no right to remain in office at that stage. At that point, there has to be a general election, surely. You cannot have a government that doesn't have a majority in Parliament, and this government does not have a majority in Parliament.